सनातनाय सूक्ष्माय सुगुणाय सुशान्ताय सम्पूर्णाय सुशीलाय श्रीनिवासाय ते नमः। ईषत् प्रफुल्ल सरसीरुह नारिकेल पूकद्रुमादि सुमनोहर पालिकाना आवाति मन्दमनिलः सह दिव्यगन्धैः शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम्। ईषत् प्रफुल्ल सरसीरुह नारिकेल. Let's try to understand this into smaller parts. Ishat itself means little. Prafulla Sarasiruha. Sarasiruha, Sarasija, we've heard of songs, right? Lotus. Prafulla, it is blooming. How Ishat? A little. It's blooming a little. The lotus is blooming a little. Narikela, coconut. Narikela. Puga is betel nut. Pak. Druma, tree. Adi, ityadi. We've been seeing Adi many times now. Pugadrumadi. So Manohara, Manohara, charming, beautiful. Sumanohara, very charming. Palikanam, in the corners, in the edge. Palikanam. Avati. Ava is like blowing. We are speaking about the wind now. Manda Manila Saha. Manda is slowly, gentle breeze. Anila is wind. Saha, along with. Tena Saha, we know the usage of that. What does it bring? Divya Gandhaihi. The fragrance. Gandha is fragrance. Sugandha we say, right? Divya Gandha. Divine fragrance. Divya is divine. Sheshadri Shekara Vibho. Tava Suprabhatam. So now this beautiful breeze is coming there early in the morning. So here, now all the divinity is there reciting this. At that point of time, what is happening to the nature? Right? What is happening in that environment? The divinity of the nature is brought in there. As we said, everything there is worshipping Bhagavan. It's all for the pleasure of Sri Venkatesha. We also saw earlier that Adishesha is now worshipping Bhagavan by being the hill in which Bhagavan resides, right? All the other devas, everybody else, humans, everybody wants to offer their best to Bhagavan in one way or the other. We can notice this even in Ramayana. When Bhagavan Sri Rama took his avatara, Mata Mahalakshmi became Sita Mata. Adishesha became Lakshmana. Bharata and Shatrughna, conch and the discus of Bhagavan. All the Vanaras there were the different devas who came there. So we learned that everybody who wanted to be of service when Bhagavan took the avatara came even during Rama avatara, right? So Vali was supposed to be Indra's son. We read a lot of things like that. What happened during the Krishna avatara? The same thing. When Bhagavan Krishna came, Mata Mahalakshmi became Rukmini Devi. All the Apsaras became the Gopikas. All the Devas who wanted to come became the Gopalas. Now, this is not just true for Bhagavan taking a Vibhava avatara, not just when he comes here as a physical avatara. It is true even for the deities in the temples. So now that Venkatesha has decided to reside here, all the devas and the yakshas, the kinnaras, whoever, different people want to take the different forms. That is why Mata Mahalakshmi has become Padmavati Tayar now. She has taken the form of Padmavati Devi and she is residing there in Tirumala. Now, what happens to all the other Indradi Devatas? They take up different forms. Adishesha we saw has become a hill. All of us know of Bhagavad Ramanuja, right? One of the great acharyas of the Sri Vaishnava lineage. He went to Tirupati. He worshipped Bhagavan Govindaraja there. It seems Bhagavad Ramanuja started going upstairs, but not with his feet. It seems he used to kneel down and walk the entire Tirumala. Because it is Adishesha Rupa, he didn't want to, keep his feet. Just with his knees, he used to climb the entire Tirumala. The Kulashekara Alvar is it's himself become one of the stepping stone so that he can keep looking at Bhagavan all the time. So, our learning from this is that every single plant or insect or even the stones that we see in Tirumala are considered as the different deities who wanted to serve Venkateshwara Bhagavan. Okay. So, with that mindset, let us understand this sloka. Ishat itself means little. Prapulla Sarasiruha, lotus. Prapulla, it is blooming. How Ishat, a little. It's blooming a little. What Ishat stands for, it represents the slightly blooming lotus. What is significant because it is slightly blooming is that it is still not morning. It is slightly blooming, which means the dawn is so early in the morning, telling us at what time we are discussing this. Ishat Prapulla, the lotus is slightly blooming. At that point, all these are happening. So, lotus will fully bloom after the sun is fully up, right? So, Ishat Prapulla, such a beauty of poetry. Lotus is considered as a very, very sattvic flower. That is why Mata Mahalakshmi resides on top of lotus, we say, right? And it is also a representation of detachment to the materialistic world. Because lotus, you can see it in the ponds. It is on top of the water itself, but it is not even touched by water. So lotus represents detachment to where we are there. So we are all in this materialistic world. But, it has beautiful fragrance, which is attached to Bhagavan now. So detachment to materialistic things, attachment to Bhagavan. This is what we call as Vairagya. One of the definitions given by Bhagavad Ramanuja for Vairagya is detachment to everything, attachment to Bhagavan. If we are detached from Bhagavan, then that is no Vairagya, right? So detachment to everything else, all materialistic thing, attachment to Bhagavan. So lotus represents this. So it is a very, very sattvic flower. Narikela. Now, what about coconuts? We offer coconuts to Bhagavan, right? So the coconuts are also very, very sattvic. Even when people are on Upavasa, sometimes the coconut water is permitted. It is such a sattvic thing. Puga is betel nut. Pak. Druma, tree. Adi, ityadi. We've been seeing Adi many times now. Puga, Druma, Adi. When we give Thambula, we offer the betel nuts, right? So the betel nuts usually shows the hospitality. It shows a kind of respect that we offer to Bhagavan. So Manohara, charming, beautiful. Sumanohara, very charming. Palikanam, in the corners, in the edge. Palikanam. Sumanohara Palikanam. Sumanohara. This is a samasa here. Again, the words are joined here. It is Su Manohara. Manohara means captivating. So Manohara is extremely captivating. It's very captivating. So this entire thing for us to feel is so captivating. That is one way of understanding. There is another way we can combine Sumanohara. It can be Sumanohara. Sumana can mean good-hearted. Mana, mind, right? So Sumana is good-hearted. Hara attracts. So Bhagavan attracts people who are good-hearted. Can be the second meaning of this. So Manohara Palitanam. The lake is there. Towards the edge of the lake, these are there, the coconuts and trees. When we see a lake, right? the beauty of that, the nature is that to the edge of that you see these coconut trees, you see the betel nut trees, everything. So it's all in a line, that kind of. Ishat prapulla sarasiruha narikela pugadrumadi sumanohara palikana. Avati. Ava is like blowing. We are speaking about the wind now. Manda manila saha. Manda is slowly, gentle breeze. Anila is wind. Saha, along with tena saha. We know the usage of that. What does it bring? Divya gandhaihi. You know the fragrance. Gandha is fragrance. Sugandha we say, right? Divya gandha. Divine fragrance. Divya is divine. So there are a lot of trees, which means many people or Indra the Devas who want to offer their to Bhagavan are now in the form of coconut trees. They have now taken the form of betel nut trees. They have now taken the form of these lotuses. They have taken different forms, right? Now, the reason for mentioning these are all sattvic. So the coconut trees are there. The fragrance of these lotuses are mildly brought in the form of wind by the Vayu Bhagavan. Now offering this beautiful fragrance along with all the auspicious things to Bhagavan Sri Venkateshwara. Therefore, Sheshadri Shekhara Vibho Tava Suprabhatam. Let this be an auspicious dawn for you. ईषत् प्रफुल्ल सरसीरुहनारिकेल पूगद्रुमादि सुमनो हरपालिकानाम् आवाति मन्दमनिलः सह दिव्यगन्धैः शेषाद्रिशेखर विभो तव सुप्रभातम् कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैः बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रहृदे स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सर्व